Switching between different views is also a repetitive action that is a perfect candidate for macros. So what I want to do is extend this custom views exercise to include macros. First of all, let's expand all the information we're seeing by flicking to the custom view called Detailed View and Show. What I'd like to do is create 3 buttons to switch between the different views, and they appear in the top here. I may just insert a row to make a lot of room for these buttons. That gives me a bit more room to work. Now what I'd like to do is record 3 macros to switch to the Summary View, Detailed View and Quarterly View. So I'm going to go to the Developers tab, I'm going to click Record Macro, and I'm going to call this macro Detailed View, one word. And OK. I'm then going to go to the Custom Views button and choose Detailed View and Show, and then stop recording. I'll now record another macro. This one's called Summary View. No space. And OK. I'll go to the Custom Views button, choose Summary View and Show, and stop recording. I'll now record my third macro. Record macro, Quarterly View. And OK. And I'll go to Custom Views button, Quarterly View and Show, and stop recording. Now what I'd like to do is just switch to my Detailed View. And I'd like to create 3 buttons. I'll start by going to Insert and Shapes, and I'll choose the rectangular beveled button in the Basic Shapes group, and I'll just drag and make a button. I'll then type Detailed View and Control E to center, and just resize it a little. Now I need to get into the properties of this button, because as things collapse and expand, I don't want this button to move, nor do I want this button to be printed. So I'll right click this button and I'll go into Size and Properties. I'll then choose Properties in the Format Shape task pane. I'll choose the option Don't Move or Size with the cells, and I'll untick Print Object. And then I'll close this task pane. I now need to duplicate this button. So with this button selected, I'll press Ctrl D 2 times, which makes 2 duplicates. I'll put one over here and one over here. This button, I'd like to double click Detailed and change it to Quarterly View. And this button here, I'll double click Detailed and I'll change it to Summary View. So those are my 3 buttons. I could click this button, go to my shape styles and choose a different style if I wanted to make them look different. But with my 3 buttons chosen, I'd like to right click the first button and assign the macro Detailed View and OK. I'd like to right click the Quarterly View button, assign macro Quarterly View and OK. And lastly, right click the Summary View button, assign macro Summary View and OK. Before I test this, I'd like to save this file as Excel 3-B and as a macro enabled workbook. So I'm going to press the function key F12, which is the shortcut key for Save As. I'll change it to Excel 3-B and I'll make it a macro enabled workbook. And I'll save. Now I'll test my macros. So if I choose Summary View and clicked it, there's my Summary View. If I click Quarterly View, or if I click Detailed View. So this is a perfect candidate. Custom views are something that we switch between regularly, so why not make it a nice friendly button that people can click to view. Now also if we check the print preview, I'm just going to go Control F2, which is the shortcut key for print preview. I can see the Detailed View is in landscape, fits to one page, and the buttons don't print. If I go out of print preview, choose Quarterly View, and just press Control F2, I can see that it's portrait, the buttons don't print, and it's the Quarterly View. So the print settings have gone into the views and been saved with the views.